that you have got the interview call and now you are going to face the interview. So, what can you do to crack this interview and get selected? It's a difficult job, no doubt about that. You have to prove your worth to the interview board that you are the right fit for the job. As I mentioned yesterday and before as well, that do not apply for any job you are not fit for, you are not suitable, you are not meant for. So if you think you are most suitable person for this job, appear in this interview. But before appearing in this interview, you need to know more and more about this particular job and about the company and how you can know about that. Go again to the job description of the job post. See each and everything of this, what is required for this position, and get ready for that. I always suggest that for a particular position, like you are applying for the maintenance engineer or an accountant or graphic designer, whatever postage is, meet at least few persons who are already doing this job to understand what is required to get this job and what is required to succeed in this job. That's very important. And if you can find some person who are working in this company, that will be wonderful, because and that way you will be able to find out what is expected of them. So try to find out. They generally provide few days time before you appear in the interview, maybe at least 3 to 4 days time. In general, they take around a week time, but at least 3 to 4 days time is definitely being given. So in that time, two or three persons who are know about the kind of job, the work culture in the company, what is expected of them, and things like that. So that you are not only more aware about this, your expectations and what is required, then you know, you develop your mindset to succeed there, to crack your interview. Do that without, if because of pandemic or so, at least discuss on the phone, and try also to meet or at least contact with their supervisors. That's also very important, because the supervisor is directly monitoring that person's job and their job role. So ask them what is required to succeed in this job position. Sorry, that's also very important, because they know, they write your report. Ask them what is required to succeed in this job and what are the things they need to take care of. Remember, people are always willing to help you. And if you mention that you are going to appear in interview, they will be more willing to help you, because it will give them satisfaction that because of their help you get selected. And you will be going to their friend, that will be also help with them. They will have someone that they know about and help them. So I think they will be ready to help you out. Always do that. And what else you can do? Of course, it's a difficult task maybe for you, but it's a tough task. You can say it may take few days time for going before going to interview. Just try to work so much about that particular position that you can prove that you are the best person for this. For example, if you are going to appear for the position of maintenance engineer and you have already met maintenance engineer of this company or similar company, so you know which type of machines are there in the company and how to maintain them, how to do preventive maintenance, and the other things, what are the problems normally arising. So you know beforehand, so you can be able to tell these things in the interview. Similarly, if you are going to appear for the, I think, SEO, so do the SEO of the similar company and tell them that I have done SEO of this company and I found this thing. If you can go inside of this company as well and can suggest them, I repeat, not the solution, I just suggest a measure. Okay, that if the company can do these things, that will be wonderful. So you need to do the research and find out how you can do value addition in this company. Remember, you get only 10 to 30 minutes time. How much you can engage them, that's up to you. And these people have very limited time. Their time is not free. So you have to speak to the word with the exact sentences that you want to tell. Normally, the first question that is normally asked is that tell me about you. And with my experience, I have taken interview of at least hundreds of candidates, and also a part of the interview board so many times, and also discussed with the HRs. And 90% candidates, 90% think that's a blunder, you can say, because the interview board or the panel members already having their resume inside of them, in front of them. So they do not want repetition. They do not want this. They know your name, your date of birth, from where you belong, your qualifications, etc., etc. You already have mentioned. So just in brief, 2 to 3 minutes time, tell them how you are the best person for this job. Mention the specific skills that are required for this job, and do not lie, because you have chosen this job, so you know that you are fit for it. Do not lie. Tell them why you are the right person for this job. And one more step that you can do, maybe you think so what he's telling about, but it is very effective. Take your portfolio with you. You must have listened that actor or actress, they take their portfolio with them to get selected to get a job role. So why not here? You can implement it here. What works you have done, or what proves that you are the right candidate. Take your portfolio with you. Results, take with them. Brief 10 to 30 minutes time, prove them that you are the best person here. And you can, if you have done the correct research, if you have met the right persons, if you have taken advice from the right person, you can prove that. One of the things that are often asked in the interview is, what are your strengths? Again, I repeat, for strength, they just simply mean how you can be useful to them. So be very specific to the job, specific to the company. Which of your strengths, you have to be clear about which of your strengths are going to be useful for this job role, for this position. Limit yourself to only those things. Do not waste their time. And if you have in earlier positions, if you had got some results, mention those results. And they prefer quantity. Always remember that. If you have managed a team of 10 or 50 or 100 persons, tell them, I have managed the team of this thing. What challenges you have faced and how you overcome those challenges. What are the obstacles that you overcome? Tell them specific. You can mention a certain story that you dealt with the client or something like that. And never tell the wrong things about your old company. Never. It is they generally ask us, what would you like to change in your old company? Never tell them that owner or your boss or something like that. Never. You can take some other, like it would have been better if I got if there were maybe mm, some that facility or like that, but tell that in the manner that it doesn't seem like you are going against the company. You have to phrase it like that you are still telling positive about the company. Maybe like the, if it would have been better if the budget was more. It would have been better if uh, I got this opportunity for few more days, like that. And sometimes they also ask about your weaknesses. What are your weaknesses? So some people boldly say that I don't have any weakness. Don't say that. We all are human beings. We all have weakness. You have to tell your weakness in the manner that it looks like it is your positive. It is your strength. You can tell them that uh, I have the habit of overexert. I don't generally pass on my work to others. Tell me, these are your weaknesses, no doubt about it, but somehow these are your strengths. So tell your weaknesses in such a manner that it can turn out to be your strengths. Like you forget time. It doesn't matter whether it is 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., you keep on doing your work until unless you finish work, you don't leave your desk. You can tell, yes, it's my weakness that, but it's my habit. So it turns out in your favor. So of course, depending on the situation, depending on the company, depending on the job role, you have to think about that. But yes, it helps a lot. And they also, what are your expectations? So expectation does not mean about only the monetary expectations. People most of the time used to tell them that I'm expecting so much money per month or things like that. No, tell them the experiences that you want to get here, responsibility you want to take over, so that it looks positive that yeah, that person is accountable, that person believe in doing his job in the best manner. Tell them things like that. Of course, doing research is most important thing. If you have done your research, you can crack your interview very well, and practice as well. Find one of your friends or old colleagues or someone with whom you can do a little bit of practice, because that will help you. And one more thing, nowadays, especially in pandemic, video interview has become a trend. So make yourself comfortable if you are going to face this situation, because most of us may be very good in desk to desk interview but not comfortable on camera. So learn that habit as well. Of course, it may takes a week time or 2 week time or maybe a month time, but you will become familiar. Like I'm appearing live on the Facebook and Instagram, etc. You can appear live. You can discuss or share things you know about them. And or if you can't do that, just make your video and share with your friends or family members or some trusted ones who can give you positive feedback, constructive feedback. But becoming camera savvy is very important in this new world. And I tell you, this is going to be a norm. Even if the pandemic is over, this video interview and this online things are going to be there, because these are cost effective things. So for this new world, become ready. What else you can do? As I mentioned, for this particular position, after meeting the persons who are already doing this work, find out something important that can help you to tell the interviewers to take their, I mean, trust, and so that they think, yes, that's the right person. Like the mindset required for this particular position. Like when you are doing the job of programmer, you have the ability to focus for that your programming thing, irrespective of what is happening all around you. Or you are doing being an that marketing person, you are very good in interacting with others, you have very good communication skills. So ask those persons, they can tell you what kind of mindset is required, and try to tell those things during the interview to the panel, that I have that mindset, I'm doing this thing, I got succeeded by doing these things. That will make a lasting impression, because as I mentioned earlier, they want to hire you more than you want to be hired, because they are in business. They want to scale their company, they want to grow their company, they want to earn profit for the company, for the shareholders. So they are more eager to recruit a right person, and they are willing to give you whatever you want if you are the right person. So in those time, 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever time you get, you have to prove your worthiness. Just try to, if you are going to appear in any interview, just try to find out how you can nail that interview. Discuss with someone, your friend or senior or teacher or mentor or coach, whoever you can. And if you have to spend some money, do that. If there is a gap of a certain skill, learn that skill. Develop that mindset, develop those habits, because spending few days or few weeks time for your particular position that is fit for you can make the difference for the entire life. And in this pandemic time, because the jobs have reduced, jobs have not eliminated, jobs are there. So many jobs are there, millions of jobs are there, but jobs have reduced as compared to the earlier time. So if you have got the opportunity or you're going to get the opportunity, make yourself ready to crack it. You may not get too many opportunities. So whatever opportunity you are going to get, make yourself ready. As they say, luck is perfectly all right, but are you ready? So you need to be ready. You need to be ready for that moment when you can crack it. You know, that athlete for a 100-meter race, they win a race in seconds. But for those seconds, they practice for years, maybe 10 years or 20 years, 5 years, depending on the case. But for those few seconds, they practice for years. So similarly, you have to practice for your interview, for your job, because you are going to this job for maybe 25, 30, 40 years. And starting makes a huge difference. If someone starts at 25K per month and someone starts with 50K per month, that difference of 25,000 will keep on increasing. It happens with that. So first job or second job or whatever you can get, that difference makes a huge difference in the long term. It becomes exponential. So you wake up as early as possible, make yourself ready, and get your right job so that you can get whatever you want. I repeat you can get whatever way you want, but as I mentioned earlier, job will not come into your lap. You will have to do some hard work. You will have to become ready for that. There are so many jobs and they are ready to help you out. They are ready to pay you whatever you want. Become ready for that. And if you find any problem, reach out to me. I will be happy to help you out. In the next, I'm going to tell about the references. You have to find the references. Think about that. And if you have any query in advance, let me know so that I can focus on that. So next show is in the referral, how you can get referral for job. Thank you.